Welcome back to Storytime. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Where we last left off, the team had bought a brand new ship, and we had a little bit of downtime, so the kid and the guy bought a couple of things. They also got surgeries scheduled to get some more modifications to their morphs added on. The guy's surgery went over without any problems, he just had to recover, while the kid not so much because someone who's been looking for him for a long time because he ruined their life showed up partway through his surgery and said he'd be in touch. And we'll pick up from there. First things first, I actually forgot to mention a tiny little detail during the time that the kid was kidnapped. As Camille was pulling off with the ship, he did unblock his location from Dick Chambers. Was kind of hoping that he'd like swoop in and he was like hot on my tail and just needed like one last clue to find me, and maybe he would have swooped in and fucked everything up and I could have escaped. However, it didn't go like that, obviously. And then I forgot to re-block my location from him, so that's how he found me. Now back on track. So while I'm still in surgery, the guy's still recovering, and he ends up going off by himself to go to a small shop that's in town that sells armor, and he wanted like a helmet because it was the one piece of armor he didn't have already. He walks into the shop and there's equipment hanging from the walls, they're hanging from the ceiling, and all the way at the end of the long shop, the owner's just sitting behind the desk. He gets down to the end, talks to the owner, tells him exactly what he wants. The owner turns around, starts digging through a couple of things, looking through books, trying to see what he has in stock. Someone places their hand on the guy's shoulder, and a familiar voice says, "It's been quite some time, and we have not heard from you. With that bounty on your team's head, we're quite sure you've already left the colony, so we would like to know, if you found the information we were asking about." The guy turns around slightly and is face to face with Smith & Western in their usual red and black matching suits. The owner of the store finally comes back at this point with what the guy asked for. As he opens his mouth to speak to the two other people who have entered his store, he is promptly cut off as one of them grabs him by the throat and breaks his neck. "We don't need others meddling in our affairs. As we were saying, where's our information?" "One of the people working with us ran off with it. We've been trying to track him down, but he's not exactly easy to find." That won't do at all. We're going to need you guys to try a little bit harder to find our information. We do not need that getting out. I mean, we've been trying as best as we can. Our teammate just got kidnapped and we just got him back. And that's my problem, Hal. We don't care about the well-being of your team. We want our information back. Now. So here's what we're going to do. We have a little contract written up, and you're going to sign it. The contract states you will be paid upon retrieval of our information, and at any point if we decide to call you in for another job, you will be paid for that as well. The contract lasts indefinitely. However, you have a time limit for each job that we give you, including the one that is going on now. The longer you take for said jobs, the more bad things will happen. She holds out her hand, and out of nowhere, a contract just poof right into her hand, written up and everything. As she holds it out to the guy to sign it. "I'm not signing that." "I don't think you have much choice in the matter. You either sign the contract or you come with us." Which at this point, the larger, more muscular one steps forward and starts to grow bigger and bigger and bigger in front of the guy until he is towering above him. "So what's it gonna be? The choice is yours." I at least have a couple of days to think about my decision. The guy is weighing his options at this point in time. 1, he is by himself. 2, he is currently still recovering from surgery and is a hell of a lot weaker than he usually is, and more than likely would not survive a fight with the two of them. "Sure, we're not unreasonable. I'll allow a couple of days to think on it." At this point, the contract that she has in her hand currently, she rolls it up really tight and shrinks it till about the size of a needle and inserts it into the guy's arm. "We'll keep that there for safekeeping. Give us a call when you make your decision. You have my number." And they just walk out of the shop, leaving the guy in there with the dead owner by himself. The guy quickly reaches behind the counter, grabs his helmet, and runs back to the ship. When he gets back on the ship, he relays everything that happened to Joanna, who actually wanted to go with him, but the guy ended up convincing her to stay here just in case the kid got out of surgery early. And as if on cue, he walks through the door. To relay the information to him, he retains none of it because he's still hopped up on surgery drugs. And the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, why don't you just cut your arm off? then you don't have to worry about the contract anymore. They just tell him to go lay down until the drugs wear off, so he's not a complete idiot. The guy and Joanna end up brainstorming ideas of what to do about Smith and Western for pretty much the rest of the day, since the kid's still sleeping. Next morning, they're waken up by loud knocks on the outside of the ship. The kid checks the outside cameras, and it's a group of about 4 people who are armed with guns. Next episode will be out on Friday. As always, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Jar of Wizard and on Tumblr at the exact same handle. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like, maybe comment, maybe even subscribe. Pretty please, you know you like hearing my shitty stories. Maybe even share it with your favorite back alley surgeon. I don't know. You beautiful people have a nice day. Bye.